I'm going to touch quickly now on Flex. And so this is the majority of what our partners will be selling now. So if there's no one, or if there are people on the call that already know this, that's excellent. There must probably a few people that don't know how they could sell WebEx licensing to customers. And so whereas wholesale had a single SKU of per user per month, Flex 3 has 3 buying models. We have a named user, okay? And the interesting thing to there, a minimum of 5 users as a named user, okay, for WebEx meetings. So named user, smaller organizations. Active users as a usage-based model for meetings only, but of course it does have some other capabilities there. And we get to an enterprise agreement where we're talking about 250 power users or knowledge workers, and it's a single enterprise agreement that's going to include calling, meetings, some CX essentials, or the WebEx suite. And we start to look at what we have between a named user, an active user, and an enterprise agreement against some of the licensing that we have and the capability that you have per license. Of course, we saw that WebEx Suite was available as a wholesale offer as well. And so we like to think that the WebEx Suite is the most value-added license type that you can position to your customers that want to consume different workloads. They want calling, they want meetings, messaging, they want some polling, as Vish was displaying with Slido. We have built-in AI assistants. We have that vidcast that Vishal also spoke about before, and whiteboarding, which is, anything that we do on our devices. We also have a couple of other higher end, higher value offers, such as webinars and events. So, webinars are one-to-many type events, as are events with multi-thousand users, and we offer them not in the light WebEx, the WebEx Suite Essentials, in the other ones. But you can see the WebEx Suite has all of those user workloads and is bundled to be a competitive price. Where we start to dig in onto the WebEx Suite, we have 2 tiers. We have, of course, the named user and enterprise agreement, but we have WebEx Suite Essentials, and we have the normal WebEx Suite. The difference there you can start to see is that we're starting to include webinars when we get the full suite, and we're starting to include events when you go to an enterprise agreement, okay? Other things aren't included in there, such as Customer Assist. It's an add-on, but you'll see that whereas your cloud meeting storage is also different between a named user and an enterprise agreement, and the cost differential, really you're getting a lot of money, a lot of usage for your list price there when you start to use that. Not everyone in an organization may need to have WebEx Suite on an enterprise agreement and hold 5,000 user webinars. Okay, remember it's about customizing the license and the user type to their capability or what their use is. When we start to talk about calling deployment scenarios, we know that Flex has that flexibility to be either on-prem, so it could be your CUCM, okay, and we can start to tie that on-prem into Control Hub for management. It might be a mixed deployment, so you're taking a customer through a on-prem to cloud migration, and that would be called a mixed deployment. Or you might have a customer that are already fully cloud and there is no on-prem, okay? Now, we still know that there are on-prem use cases. We have situations where we have health organizations, hospitals, some government need their on-prem capability for CUCM, and that's cool, okay? We understand that, and we support that under the Flex model. If we start to have a look at the WebEx calling license summary, We can break this up again into a workspace kind of device, and that was very like a common area device under wholesale. It's a single device. It doesn't have any apps or licenses or video devices. It's a single device. Could be in a meeting room or a lobby phone, okay? We start to add the standard. We've got some more feature richness. You can have a number, a device, and a WebEx app, so it's more a person, okay? You can optionally get video device registration, and we're going to have voicemail. We start to go up the chain a bit further. We've got a professional or a knowledge worker type person, 5 devices, including the WebEx app. They've got a professional license for their calling capability. We don't have a device registration yet, but we have voicemail. And you can see that when we get back up to the WebEx suite, it's got all of those features that are usable to power workers, or knowledge workers, I should say, power users, that are going to have the WebEx app. They want to have voicemail, they want to hold meetings, and they need that capability. They might have device registrations as well. And so that's where the sort of similarity between what we have in WebEx Wholesale and what we have under the Flex agreement does come to pass, okay? It's the same feature set when we get to that WebEx suite as we get to lower down the chain.